I've been right about right now. Whole lot chit chat, can't do that, settle down, pipe down. On the kitchen floor in the church sauce, young Mike moonwalk. Always been a star in the sky, you did not get tuned out. I'm flashing, yeah.
Upbeat music fades in. Welcome back to Earth is Ghetto, your daily dose of truth, tea, and tell me why this is my life. It's Thursday, July 31st, 2025, and if you woke up feeling like you need a vacation from your own responsibilities, you are not alone, my friend. Today, we've got a mix of news, nonsense, and necessary shade. From the latest headlines that make you question humanity, to a few stories that'll restore your faith in it, barely. We're breaking it all down with no filter and full honesty. So grab your coffee, your tea, or your stress snack of choice, and let's get into it. Because Earth is still ghetto, and we've got receipts.
What's up, y'all? Happy Thursday. Oh man, I've been ripping and running and running and ripping. I've been doing too much this week. I don't like doing things outside of my normal 40-hour job, but sometimes life has that happening for you. I went and got a new internet router. Yeah. I'm asking the young man, because I feel like I'm at old lady status. I'm asking the young man, how do this work, baby? But they showed me. It was actually really easy. I felt really old because I was like, I could have did that myself. Other than that, y'all, I just been, like I said, ripping and running, doing things. I haven't had a boredom all week, and I'm kind of sad. I need a boring day. So hopefully today I can just go to the gym and come home. I already knocked out the grocery store, so that was perfect. My husband said he's going to cook this week, so that's amazing. Shout out to him. And yeah, I don't have nothing to yap about, just that I just been out too much in these streets and I ain't really appreciating it. Other than that, I'm still trying to get adjusted to this new phone too. It's definitely different, but here we are. I know that I need to be quieter with because this phone is beyond sensitive that I can hear myself going through these screens when I listen to this back. So I'm going to try to fix that because I don't like that. And I know y'all can't like it either. So I'm going to lightly tap instead of be like, Now, I can't make no promises about eating my ice. I know y'all be hearing me eat my ice and chew my popcorn, but I'm watching with y'all. So like I be into it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to lightly tap. I'm going to be mindful that you guys' ears have to hear this. Now, let's see what I liked on here today. I still don't like Chatisha, how she does the news, so I've decided I got to take that from her. So Shannon Sharp breaks his silence on not returning to ESPN following a settlement resolution in his $50 million lawsuit.
My brothers, get started. Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so, as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and this is what the headline's going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this, I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize, and I thank all my fans for supporting me when I was at ESPN and every place that I've been, be it Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, Undisputed, ESPN. Thank you, guys.
He pretty much saying he's still gonna be getting that money. But if it was my sibling, I'd be like, I know you, I'm sorry you had to pay that girl. Like, that's what I would say. Like, I wouldn't really be worried so much about that. I'd be more so like, you recouping that $23 million that you had to get that girl. That's what I would be. But I hope Shannon learned his lesson. I'm not a big Ozzy Osbourne fan like that, but seeing Sharon today at that funeral, it almost took me out, y'all. It almost. Shannon loved him for some Ozzy. That was just so sweet. Oh my gosh, that was sad. She loved her some Ozzy. She sure did. I hope that she can, live her final days, because she was his caretaker, but she loved that man. But I hope that she can, in her final days, relax. Like, she don't have nobody to take care of no more but herself. And I'm sure Ozzy would want her to go on and live. So Kamala Harris decided that she will not run for governor of California. She says, for now, my leadership in public service will not be in elected office. I know that's right, Kamala. Let them have that, girl. You don't need that.
What? So I had like a stripper friend. She will always go to Dubai. And when she come back I always love her going to Dubai, because when she come back from Dubai, she buy me hair. She getting my nails done. We going out to eat. I never knew, girl, they getting pissed on in Dubai, right? So I said, let me come to Dubai with you. She was like, I gotta be honest with you. She was like, I get on and pissed on for like 20, 30K by different men. And different men do it, like, at one time.
No.
And then she would say it would be like a row of them, and it would be all of them doing it. It was like, she explained it to me, and that's why she would be on private jet.
The porta potty Dubai girls. I got a story time on this. I don't even know if I'm gonna play it, but just the smell and the degradation of it all. Ugh. It's not worth it. The mentalness of it all. The mental health of it all. Like, it ain't worth it. A Virginia city councilman was attacked by a man who poured gasoline on him and set him on fire. Wow, he did not like him. So yeah, NBA star Gilbert Arenas and 5 others were arrested on federal indictment alleging that they were a part of an illegal gambling business. Gilbert, if you running a gambling thing at your house, why are you telling people? That should have been quiet as kept. So Kim Fields had a reunion with all the living single people and a lot of people, and I just love this.
His star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And honey, a family reunion broke out. Watch this. One sister, come on, give us some rest. Come on. I'm Uncle Larry. I can't get us all. Man over here. I'm coming. Congratulations, Dad. I love you, and you so deserve this.
Thank you, Kim, for letting us in on that. Everybody was looking good. Glenn Thurman's Hollywood Walk of Fame was a celebration, and I just had to share that because I thought that was so cool. So the canned cocktail maker High Noon is warning customers that some of its vodka seltzers were accidentally labeled as Celsius energy drinks. So you might have picked up an energy drink and was drunk at the gym or at work. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen. Like, if you got in trouble at work for being drunk, you could just, what if you had a Celsius? I'm just saying, I'm not trying to put any ideas in your head. So this man named Bill called the police on a restaurant due to they had all-you-can-eat fish, and he didn't let him eat all he wanted.
He was there.
Customer got upset because an all-you-can-eat fish fry didn't live up to its name.
It's false advertising.
Bill Wisseth has a beef with the all-you-can-eat fish fry at Chuck's Place in Thiensville. He was there Friday when the restaurant cut him off after he ate a dozen pieces.
We asked for more fish, and they refused to give us any more fish.
The restaurant says it was running out of fish and patience, arguing Bill has been a problem customer before. They sent him on his way with another 8 pieces, but that still wasn't enough. He was so fired up, he called the police. Why did you think you needed to call the police about it?
Well, because I think that people have to stand up for consumers.
And he wasn't done. He came back 2 days later with a picket sign. Elizabeth Remming is a waitress there and says they've tried to work with Bill over the years, like letting him have a tab he still hasn't paid off. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I've got a running account here.
Bill isn't backing down.
Bill want that fish. I wanted me some fish today, but I was too late. Because when you get in the fried fish and you have your mouth set on fish, that's why you don't. Some people will take you up on that all you can eat. I couldn't eat a dozen pieces of fish, but I'm not mad at Bill. It's for consumerism. Now, if I play this back and I hear my clicks very loud, I'm going to be mad that this phone is so sensitive. Alright, let's see what else we got going on, y'all. 50 Cent is trolling, what's the dude name? Benzino. He said, yo, this is the worst stuff I ever heard. What's wrong with him? He's 60 years old. Benzino said he still got rhymes in him. I didn't get here by being a piece of you-know-what. I didn't get here by being a snake. I got here by being good to people, being nice to people, and my karma is straight. That's why I'm still on stage in 2025. That's what Drake had to say during the Amsterdam show. Actor Neil McDonough says he lost everything after being blacklisted for refusing to kiss another woman on screen. We back now. I guess he's married and he just didn't want to do that to his wife, I guess. Yeah, the girl with the teeth on a bone in her food. I still don't know how this happened to her. Is strange. Kevin Gates' wife Dreka has finally, Dreka, you should have filed for a divorce from him a long time ago, but she finally filed for a divorce from him after 9 years of him playing in her face. She did time with him when he was locked up. Dreka, free yourself, ma'am. Finally. Alright, Lawrence Fishburne's birthday was the other day. How old did he turn? Did it say? A happy birthday to old Lawrence. As I quietly tap the screen. Meek Mill said y'all too old to be getting fired to Shannon Sharp. Gilbert Arenas posted something. He said, I'm back on the streets. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Just rented the house. Wasn't part of the festivities. You better hope your lawyer is good, Gilbert, because somebody was hating on you and snitched on you, boy. Brooke Hogan reportedly asked to be removed from Hulk Hogan's will in 2023. She didn't want no part of it. Man born on U.S. military base denied citizenship under the Trump-era policy and sent to Jamaica by ICE. Tyler Perry is toying around with the idea of writing Why Did I Get Married Again? I would watch it. Can he get Janet back in there? If he can get Janet back in there. Oprah denies blocking the private road during a Hawaii tsunami evacuation. I mean, I get that people want to be rich and like buy up a bunch of land, but I don't know. I'd feel a little bad about some things. Like, Oprah's so rich that she can really get her own island for real. Like her own island away from everybody that it doesn't know. If I was like really, really rich like that, I would feel bad for blocking people's access to things. And I see a lot of rich people do that, like where it's just like basic things that your richness would infringe on the poor's. Like, I don't want to be so rich that my richness would infringe on the poor's. I mean, I do want to be that rich, but I don't want to be that. Like, I don't want to hoard that much land that people can't escape places. Like, that's kind of crazy. Deion Sanders with his grandson while he was recovering. Grandson kept him strong. This nurse's face takes me out every time I look at that. House Oversight Committee rejects Ghislaine Maxwell's immunity request. I think I read that yesterday. The living single people also met back up. The living single couples. I'm so glad everybody's doing good. This is the stuff we gotta see, y'all. The Rock still letting his daughters put a bunch of makeup on his face. I feel like The Rock is trying to tell us something in this. Everybody loves it. Reese's and Oreo link up for first ever collab with an Oreo Reese's cookie, and that looks so disgusting. Like, ugh, my teeth hurt looking at that. Somebody said, finally, I've been dipping my Oreos in peanut butter for years. Nasty. Somebody said my neck and my back. Y'all saying this look good? Somebody says, a fan of both. No thanks. Big backers jumping for joy. It's just not a good combination to me. Ugh. It's just going to be too gritty. Like, the cookie already gritty, then you put peanut butter. It's just too much going on. And you can't put peanut butter and milk. Like, all of this is going downhill. Diddy and Christian Combs try to dodge their assault lawsuit using the international waters loophole. This is in a new legal twist. Christian Combs and his father are attempting to get an assault lawsuit thrown out, claiming an alleged incident didn't happen close enough to California for its law to apply. The team isn't denying the allegations, but argues California has no say over incidents in international waters. Lawsuit filed by yacht stewardess Grace accuses Christian of groping and attempting to force oral smecks on her while drunk aboard the luxury super yacht Victorious near the Virgin Islands in 2022. She claims he entered the yacht studio drunk, ordered tequila for everyone, then forcibly kissed her and escalated his behavior. A coworker allegedly stepped in before it got worse. She reported the incident the next day, but said she was blamed for drinking and told to keep working. Diddy, who chartered the yacht, is accused of creating a wild party environment and paying the captain to keep the story quiet. We'll see what it comes up to. Cleveland Brown owner faces backlash for saying drafting Shedeur Sanders was not his decision. I would have said that's not happening. Someone said this young man is dealing with so much, facing scrutiny, microaggressions, and blatant racism, and he's moving forward with so much grace. Somebody said trade him. I'd rather not purchase a brown jersey. Let Shedeur go to another team and be great. I mean, the owner saying that is kind of crazy. But I know Shedeur, he can face his adversity. He was born for this, baby. Let him go shine, and he'll go anywhere after this. If he has a good opening for his little freshman year, he will be able to go anywhere he wants. Megyn Kelly says Trump should not pardon Diddy. He's a Trump hater and a woman abuser. Rapper Eve says she lives a soft life because of herself, not her husband. She shoots down rumors of him being a billionaire. He ain't broke, but I ain't broke either. Eve said, I live a soft life because of me, honey. I mean, she did have to make the decision to move over there and become the woman she is today. Louisiana millionaire with multiple businesses arrested after allegedly buying a Lamborghini, paying for plastic surgery and properties while getting Medicaid benefits. Say it ain't so, sis. So she's 35. She was arrested on July 28th in Louisiana and hit with charges for Medicaid recipient fraud. Investigators say Taylor used misrepresentation, concealment, and non-disclosure of required information to bypass the system and receive Medicaid benefits. She allegedly applied in May 2019 using the name Candace Saylor. She was denied when reported a false biweekly income of $1,900 and claimed no dependents. She reapplied in 2020 with the same name but claimed she had no income. More recently, in 2024, Taylor ran back and applied for Medicaid again, this time reporting a monthly income of $2,000. She once again failed to disclose that she owned multiple businesses. Well, the truth came out once the investigators looked further into Taylor. They found that between 2020 and 2024, her businesses generated over $9 million in revenue, spread across multiple accounts. And though she had claimed she had no income, they found many large transactions in her financial records for 2020. For 1 year, there was $480,000 in deposits that included $45,000 in vehicle payments to an Audi, six-figure cashier checks used for property purchases, plastic surgery, high-end jewelry, $100,000 sent to an exotic car dealer, and $13,000 towards a Lamborghini Urus. During the investigation, they also went through her socials, which shared images of her luxury purchases. You got too greedy, ma'am. Somebody snitched on you, too. Benzino claps back at 50 Cent for criticizing his new song. What you should be doing, Kurt, is explaining to little Bruce Leroy why Sleaze, Diddy, and a bunch of N-words were slutting his mama out. 50 Cent ain't gonna get past this Diddy trial. Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson are on a boat. They just having all the fun this year. Golfing, boating. They're having a ball. Just having fun, y'all. So, social media users weigh in on Ari Lennox's comments about Martin and how the jokes aimed at Pam made her feel away as a black woman. Then people were saying Martin never said one joke about Pam's complexion. This is why movies and TV shows today are crap. This generation is too sensitive. The reaction people are having to Ari Lennox saying that Martin is absolutely how it is to be a dark-skinned woman. You bring up what factually happening because we know why Pam was treated the way she was on the show, but everyone tells you that's not the reason. Somebody said, is she being a little ridiculous? Possibly, but I'm not about to sit here and act like she always tweaking. The BDB and buckshot jokes were absolutely colorist dog whistles. We can't let the love for the show make us disingenuous. Listen, comedy back then was definitely different. I mean, did Martin employ Pam, who is a dark-skinned woman? That would have been worse if he didn't. Like, I mean, they have their jokes, but everybody back then said insensitive things, and I don't think it was no malicious, but I get both sides of it. But it was just a show, He did, and Martin did. Somebody said Martin clowned everyone on the show. He never joked about her. Yeah, I mean, he talked about Gina's big forehead and muscle butt, and I mean, a hit dog a holler. If you think it applied to you, then Tracy Ellis Ross says when it comes to marriage, women have to wait around until the man is ready, not waiting for partnership to find joy. I better not hear these taps, y'all, because I'm just tapping ever so lightly. Alright, let's see here, y'all. Also, my little free music just stopped and we gotta start it back up. We can't have this. People are weighing in on the Tory Lanez thing. The girl said the appeal will be rejected, which it will be, but I always said there will be an argument. Anyone who has an appeal in California, once the argument gets it, I guess his little appeal is starting in August. The top job is at risk by AI. Are you safe? There's a list of them all. Translators, historians, passenger attendants, sales representatives, writers and authors, telephone operators, ticket agents, travel agents, concierge, mathematicians. Pretty much everybody out. This list is long. Somebody said, dear black men, stop mean-mugging every brother you walk past and say hi. Michael Jackson's old stained socks sold for $8,000 in an auction in France. Okay. What they gonna do with that? A new study suggests that a potentially hostile 7-mile-long alien spacecraft may be headed to Earth. It wouldn't be the craziest thing that happened this year. Somebody said dating a man who can't help you financially is a waste of time. Dating anybody that can't help you financially is a waste of time in this economy. Especially if y'all gonna be living together. St. Lucia Court has struck down a law that criminalized same-sex relations. They repealed a law that used to criminalize it up to 10 years in prison. What feels like a cult but isn't officially? I feel like y'all Stanley Cup holding people. Every time there's some new theme and these people just have to go do it. The Stanley Cups and every new thing that comes out that people just go crazy with, for sure. Somebody said the Beehive, Jehovah's Witnesses, MAGA, fraternities and sororities, people obsessed with Love Island, Game of Thrones watchers, Star Wars people too, for sure. People who buy Labubu. I just found out what Labubu was. Working 8+ hours, 5 days a week with only 2 days off. That ain't a cult, that's just life. Somebody said the Republican Party. Attending the HBCU. Anybody that worships a celebrity. Working at Walmart. Somebody said Disney. Planet Fitness. Adulting. Somebody said they job. There's a new movie called Zootopia that's coming out November 26th. I won't go see it, but it sounds good. Alright, y'all. I ran out of a lot of time. Not a lot of time, but enough time to where I don't feel like we need to do any Reddits. So, let's get into these story times.
If I end up in Africa or Jamaica on my next trip, all this stud shit flies out the window. I'm fucking one of them niggas. And I don't care what y'all gotta say or if I'm a little stud points, whatever. I know what kind of blouse I'm gonna get. I know what kind of bathing suits I'm gonna wear. I know everything of the such that I'm finna do. When I'm gonna lose some points, I ain't a stud no more because I'm finna get broke down by one of them niggas in Africa. There ain't no way I'm gonna go out there and miss out on some kingdom dick, some motherland dick. Is y'all crazy? Huh? What's wrong with y'all? Okay? Girls is all that in a bag of chips, but you really think that I'm finna go to a place of the such and not get something of the sort?
Real bull guys.
You can have the stud shit all you want. Now, though I love being a stud and I love my women, when I go to Africa and Jamaica, like I said, you want to join in things of the such, because I'm not fucking with you. I'm fucking with him, and it ain't nothing you gonna do about it. Anyways, how y'all doing today, and what y'all doing?
Oh, we fucked up. Hey, yo, man, what the fuck?
Listen, she says she want her a real mandingo is pretty much what she's saying. She want a real man over there. She want to feel the real.
Okay, so now that the legal side is all over and stuff, I'm about to reenact the entire fight that happened with me and my roommate, y'all. All up in the kitchen, finna make some breakfast at 10 in the morning. I'm on the phone with mama, asking her, mama, please pray for me because I don't want to fight this girl. Her room is downstairs by the kitchen. Everybody else's is upstairs. So she hear me asking for prayer for my mama, and I'm over here like, I don't want to beat the fuck out of her because it's not going to solve nothing. I know what I'm going to do to her. She come out her room. Before I say anything to her, I say, go back in your room. No, please. Little girl, we going to call her little girl because I little girl the fuck out of her. I said, little girl, go back in your room, please. I don't want to talk. So then I moved to the couch trying to get away from her. The bitch followed me to the couch. And everybody couch. If y'all remember, we fought because she said I used to let my dog excuse herself on the couch. My dog is a lady. I don't let that shit happen. So I'm over here like, mom, I'm over here talking to my mama, but like talking to her because she's still by me. I'm like, mama, I don't see nothing nowhere. She in my face. I said, bitch, get out my face now. I had my like thing right here. So then I was like, because if I beat the fuck out of you, I'm gonna be wrong. She said, bitch, you ain't gonna do shit. And she did like this. You ain't gonna do shit. Okay, boom. But she doing it as she turned around. So she's like, bitch, you ain't gonna do shit. Bitch. And then this little bitch has so much heart, but she turned around. She, boom. Oh my God, she jabbed me right in my fucking left side. Okay, cool. Then she tries to run into her room. Come, oh fuck. Mind you, her room downstairs. If she was just a little bit faster, she would have been able to close my fingers or at least just like get me out of her room. So I open that bitch up. As soon as I get in, I'm working out. Bitch, God, it made myself fall in the fight. I just got like a little carried away. So mind you, her room is messy as fuck. I forgot to mention my mom was on the phone for majority of this fight. So as I'm hitting her with my hand, eventually my phone falls out my hand. All I hear is, girls, I'm gonna fuck this girl. I'm about to fuck this girl. I'm about to get her ass. Like, my high ass roommate come down. My other roommate come downstairs. I know it ain't my business, but is y'all alright? I'm over here like, I'm good. I'm good. So while I'm talking to her, this bitch does a sneak of the century. Got me so fucking good. I said, okay, grab bitch hair. Boom! I got the bitch on the floor. I'm working this hoe. So then she has a perfect like she trying to like defend herself with her feet. I said, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna send you to fucking Neverland, bitch. If you kick me, she's talking. I didn't say that. I said whatever you think I said. Anyway, okay, cool. So she's like, well then get off of me. I said, put your fucking feet down. So bitch, we over here arguing as we still got each other. My roommate like this. I'm like, we good. Shit, we good. So then I think when she got back up, she felt played. We fought again. I get this bitch back on her floor. I'm over here beating her ass through her damn canvas because she like to paint a lot. So paint that picture, bitch. Okay, cool. So then now we done fighting for real. We breathing hard. I had my hair blown out. I'm over here just taking my hair out because I'm like, oh my god, this is pulling all my goddamn hair. So then I said, bitch, call my phone. She told me, get out of my room. I said, no, bitch, call my motherfucking phone. So we in her room like this. She get her phone. Hey Siri, call the child I live with. Bitch, how old are you? Your name is whatever the fuck it is in my name because it's your name. Because the child I live with. Girl, get your childish ass on. So then she started praying to God. I said, yeah, bitch, pray to God. Ask for some guidance before you fuck with a bitch like me again. Lord, forgive me. Okay, cool. So then I recorded a video for my safety, like, to make it, like, you know. Anyway, so then, you know what fucked me up about the whole thing? She went to the cops 5 hours later. I know she was police, so I went to the cops maybe 30 minutes later. I gave my statement first, and I said it was mutual combat. He said it's probably not gonna come back, especially if you won. This bitch said that she had a concussion, and she was scared for her life. Even though we fought in September, we both didn't move out until January and February. Thinking like the fight is over and shit like that, this bitch really files charges on me. Oh my god, and then a few days later, she says hey to me. So I said, if it's such a hey, and you're not, like, if you're not really pressed for getting your ass whooped, can you drop the charges? Tell me some no. I tried to get away from me. I said, you tried to get away from me after you put yourself in my fucking, in my peripheral. You wanna say fuck the Hempstead judge with that tight ass wig and that loose ass diaper she be fucking wearing? Baby, I told you it was mutual combat. This old stale face ass hoe gonna laugh in my face. What was funny, it was mutual. If a bitch come to your doorstep with some bullshit and you walk the fuck out of them.
The way she reenacted this whole fight, and yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last home health care video that I'll be making. I have to double check my book, but around that time I was always writing things down whenever they happen, but I'll have to double check and let you know. So let's get into it. So around this time I was packing a bag about 3 days, sometimes even 2 weeks, and I'll be going to these clients' houses. I was working for this home health care company, and so I packed the bag for the 24th, 25th, and 26th of December, and I was at this woman's house. Now I had already been to her house months before, like I had been there consistently for months, and nothing ever happened in her house. So here we are. This is a small house. We're up in the living room and we're dancing. She likes to dance, and so we're up there dancing, having a ball. And I noticed a lot of new decoration. I'm like, "Oh, you've been decorating?" She's like, "Yeah, the other girl, whenever she's on shift, she helps me decorate." I'm like, "Cool." The doorbell rings. I go to the doorbell. I said, "Go to the door." I go to the door. I open the door, and it was my coworker, the woman that she was just talking about, and she brought this chair, and I'm like, "You brought a chair?" She was like, "Yeah, it's adding to our decoration. This is something that we like doing together." I'm like, "Okay, cool, that was sweet." So she brings the chair in. When she brought the chair in, she set it all the way at the end of the hall, and it had this painting that was over it. So I'm like, "Okay, that's sweet." So we continue our stuff. The lady leaves. We continue dancing, and then the woman wants to get in bed. So I put her in bed. Fast forward to after I put her in bed, I put the motion sensors down just in case she gets up. So the motion sensors started going crazy. And I looked at the camera, and she's laying in bed. She's knocked out. So finally I stand up, and when I stand up to go check and peek my head around the corner, there's this dark figure sitting in the chair that my coworker had just brought into the house. Can't make out if it's a man or a woman just yet, but it was a very dark figure, and I heard stomping, but it didn't sound like feet. And then I look over, and it has like this cane in its hand, just stomping it on the ground, on the floor. So finally I get up, I run over to my duffel bag, and I get my Bible out, and I get to praying, and it's just sitting there looking at me like, and I said, "So you just not gonna go? Like, you just not gonna leave?" So then once I started to get aggravated, and I started to really like be really forceful with the words from the Bible, that's when it stood up and it walked into the bathroom and then it walked back out. But when it walked back out the bathroom, it did this high jump in the air. Like, okay, what was that about? After it did that little high jump, that weird thing, it disappeared from in front of me. But I heard the motion sensor, so I walked over to the camera. And when I walked over to the camera, I see his face, yes, it was a he, in the camera, and he's pointing at my client. So, of course, I'm aggravated. I go back there and I flick the lights on. I didn't care if she was asleep. I was just worried because I know you ain't here for her. Not right now. Not right now. So then fast forward, I played it off to the woman like, oh, do you have to use the bathroom? I'm so sorry that I flicked the light on like that. And so she's like, oh, no, I'm okay. So she lays back down. Once I go back out to the living room, I get to praying. I get to like drawing crosses over all the doors, over all the windows. But next thing you know, I feel something walk behind me. And when I felt it, I turned around and he's right here in my face, like right here in my face. I almost dropped to the floor, y'all, but I couldn't do it because then he'd be thinking that he had one up on me. So that entire night, he would just randomly pop up in my face. He would randomly pop up on the sofa, or he would be sitting in that chair that my coworker brought. Now, this is the scariest part. The scariest part is the fact that right after he left up out of my client's room, I could hear her gasping for air like she needed me. And so I ran in there and I sat her up on the edge of the bed and I'm like, are you okay? And she said that she said, I'm not ready to go yet. I'm not ready to go. Now, all this time, she's never talked like this. And so I'm just like, you ain't got to go yet if you don't want to. I think what made me more nervous about it is the fact that it was a dark figure that came to collect her. At that point, I was just like, do you want to pray with me? We had never prayed together before, but in that moment, she wanted to pray. So we prayed, right? So fast forward to while we're praying, he just sat down. Like, I wait. So I think that scared me too, because what has this woman done in her life that is so terrible to have a dark figure come to collect her and take her somewhere, and not even a prayer can stop it, can stop her from going with him. Now, here's the even scarier part. I got a feeling to look outside. So I went ahead and I looked out the window. And when I looked out the window, there were two other dark figures standing on the sidewalk. That scared the crap out of me, because I know y'all better just be here for her. So I hear knocking on the door. Of course, I'm not answering it because I just looked out the window. I saw y'all out there. I'm not opening the door. And so the woman, she starts getting hysterical and she is like really going crazy. I'd never seen her like this before. And so do y'all know, like, probably not even 24 hours after I left, that woman passed away. She passed away, and in my head, I feel so bad, but in my head, I was thinking like, oh my God, this family gonna think I'm the Grim Reaper.
Man, that's why y'all gotta know the word. People say, well, you gotta know the word, because I'm telling you, I've had some crazy dreams like that, and if I start dreaming some crazy stuff, I immediately start praying, because that's creepy.
Papi, this is crazy, Pop. How much money you spending at McDonald's like this, Pop?
I order every single night.
That's crazy.
Because I can't cook.
3 days a day?
Because I can't cook here. No, once a day.
Once a day? And for you alone?
Yeah. I just order one thing. It's like, $25.
Dang, Papi.
Because I can't cook in the kitchen.
Child. Somebody said McDonald's should sponsor them, and they should.
Before I tell you the story, remember, we listen and we don't judge, but the first time I had hooked up with this dude, he invited three other people over, and it ended up in one of the biggest fights that I've ever seen in my life in someone's home. So this dude had been hitting me up on the apps and trying to get me to come over. Mind you, it's like 12 a.m. I know what this is about. We're not hanging out as friends. We're not trying to get to know each other. We're not trying to date. We trying to... So I pull up to the apartment on my little e-bike, put the kickstand up, lock it up, text him, hey, where are you? He lets me in the door. He buzzes me up. I walk up the flight of stairs because the elevator's out of service. I knock on his door. He opens the door. Looks like a cool dude. He's a little bit older than me, but our age, I know I like a little bit older than me anyway. So he's like the kind of dude who likes to like kind of garden and clean up a little bit. So I think he was in like his cleaning phase. So when I got there, he was a little bit like despondent, a little bit distant, but we kind of eventually got into it. He asked me to shower because he doesn't like people getting on his bed after they just came out of the real world. So I showered again for him. Obviously, that was just a ploy to get me naked. But whatever, I shower and then I come back to him and then we start chilling on the bed and just talking and get to know each other. Mind you, now it's like 1:30. So he asked me like, well, what are you into? I tell him what I'm into. I have like a whole list of shit that I'm into. And on the list, I said like, I'm into groups. Like I don't mind groups or whatever. So he talks to me about how he knows some people around. Like if I wanted to do a group, I could do it. And I'm like, well, I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to it. If you want to, we could do it. So then we started about like trying to get a group over here. But then he's like, let's just test our chemistry first and make sure we're good. And then if we're good, we can go ahead and get the group over here. And let me tell you, the chemistry was crazy. Like I don't think I've ever throated a like that before. Like that thing was touching the deepest parts of my esophagus, bro. Like I was just going crazy. And the best part about it is like I was like going crazy on it. He's just sitting up in his bed, like legs open. I'm just like just going stupid on it. And then I'm looking up at him and his eyes are just rolling back. I'm like, oh, I'm like actually collecting your soul right now. So we switched from that to like him just putting my legs behind my back and then just like whamming me, blamming me, making sure I could feel it. And then we take a break. When we take a break, that's when we hop on our phones. And then we just kind of start naturally looking for like other people. And it wasn't like a make or break. Like it wasn't like, oh, we gotta have other people here. But he was like, like see if you see someone around like in the neighborhood, I probably like know him. I'm like, oh, you how for real, huh? So we're checking, we're searching, and then he ends up finding this dude who he knows. Now mind you, this man is like 6'5", big dude, but like a teddy bear, real sweetheart. He pulls up, he's a real sweetheart. And when he pulls up, he's a little upset because he had just got kicked out of his apartment by these two dudes. Now mind you, you can't get kicked out of an apartment by two dudes who don't live there. So what he actually meant was that he invited some dudes over there, and those dudes were just really into each other. And he felt left out, so he left his own apartment and came over here. That was the first red flag in my opinion, but I just said, it's not my apartment, it's not my place, it's not my friend. I don't know, you know him, so I'm gonna trust you, and I'm gonna let that be that. Man, I should have known from the jump this nigga was weird. But anyway, he's a teddy bear when I first meet him. He's real cool, he's real big, he's real like, he's a bottom, but like he'll talk because he has a good package on him. He's also Puerto Rican, bro. So we cool, we chatting it up, we chopping it up, whatever. He goes to the restroom, kind of freshens up, comes back out. And when he comes back out, me and my homie, we just kissing a little bit. We just like kind of like getting the mood started. You know what I'm saying? Like we're making out, I'm grabbing his face, we're rolling around, we're doing whatever. And then when he comes back out, he doesn't even give us a chance to like invite him in, like join him in. He just starts kind of taking over all of the music and saying like he wants to play a different song. And then from there, he just sits on the couch on his phone being weird. We're like, come onto the bed. He's not coming onto the bed. He's being a really like sus individual. So then we stop hooking up because like it's awkward. We don't want to just hook up in front of you because that's not why we came. Like we came so everybody could join and have a good time or whatever. So this dude has an affinity for I don't think I can say it on here, but there's a certain substance that this guy likes. And it's often found in women's drinks to like sedate them. It's sort of a date. So he really likes to do that. So he brought his own and he starts doing it. And when he starts doing it, that's when everything switches and turns into like not fun anymore. He basically gets up and starts arguing with the host who invited him over. And then subtly just like says, I'm gonna go, like I have things to do, I'm gonna go. So then he goes. Mind you, we can see him on the apps and we know he's not far. And he's saying he has things to do, so he has to go home when he's really going over to another dude's house. Now, I'm not the cops, I'm not here to police you or tell you where to go or nothing like that, but I mean, dude, you're gonna leave one hookup for another when everything you need is right here, brother. What are you doing? But that's none of my business. He goes ahead and dips out. And so my friend, the hookup, the host, had also invited another person. And the other person was late. So it was supposed to be 4 of us. So by the time the first big 6'5" dude left, the other dude comes in. And he comes in with another guy. So now there's 4 of us and one who left. Best friend. When I tell you, then shit got so crazy. So after the dude comes in with another dude who's fine as fuck, by the way. Oh my god. Fuck. And like now my attention is on this dude because the dude who got invited by the other dude, the fine ass dude, I wanted him. And bestie, I got him. So I like kind of chat him up. We start kissing, making out, and one thing led to another. We're smashing, bro. I'm talking smashing. The host is hooking up with his friend. We kind of switch off. We're going crazy. Connection's good. Vibe is good. We're doing our thing. And then we get a knock at the door. And guess who it is? It's the 6'5" big.
What are y'all doing? Somebody said this story started on 10. Somebody said, what happened? Hello, hi, my name is. Somebody said, hey, next time warn me before you call. Somebody said, I hope everyone's on prep. Not only whammed, but blammed. The noises. Yeah, this was like, what are y'all doing? Acrobatics and still going? Y'all can have it.
So I was just contacted 4 days ago by my fiance's other fiance and their 8 kids. So when she had reached out the night prior, she had just wrote me and was like, hey, are you Christopher's fiance? He told me that you were just promo. I'm like, yes, I'm his fiance. How did you get my phone number? And promo, ? She said, can you please call me? I call her, no answer. Call her again, no answer. I'm texting, it's being delivered, but she's not responding. I hit my homegirl up and I send the number to her and I'm like, hey, hit this girl up. Like, she just told me she's Christopher's fiance and now she's not answering. So my homegirl is like, you think he did something to her because she's about to blow his cover? I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So she called her, no answer, no response. The next morning, she reaches out to my homegirl, doesn't reach out to me. Reaches out to my homegirl though, because she didn't recognize the number. My homegirl tells her who she is, and then she merges the call between us. And she's pretty much just like, Christopher moved me from Arizona to Texas too. That's exactly what he did to me. He moved me from Arizona to Texas. She said he put me in a hotel in Dallas and had me in a hotel in Waco where he actually works. And she was like, we have 4 kids together. Our baby is 6 months old. And, I'm pregnant right now. I'm like, this got to be a joke. I'm looking around because I came out to the car to have this conversation because my kids don't know anything and they're not going to until I can figure out a way to better explain it. But I'm like, nah, I'm looking around like, where's the prank trucks? Like, this is a joke. She flipped the camera and showed Christopher in like 4 different fonts. I'm like, these are his kids. Like, she's like, and I'm pregnant right now. I'm like, girl, do you know his parents? Like, I just had to ask her, like, do you even know his parents? She was like, yeah, I know his parents. She's like, we be talking and I be telling her how the kids are doing and giving her updates. She said she didn't know that I was pregnant this whole time until I brought the new baby to her house. And then she was like, who is this? And she was like, this is your grandson. And she was like, oh, I didn't know that you were pregnant. She said that was the mom's reaction. So I'm like, where did you think he's been this whole year? Like, where did you think he's been this whole year? She's like, I thought that he was in a halfway house wearing an ankle monitor. She said, I seen your videos, and I asked him about your videos, and he told me that you were paying him for promotion. So he told you he's been at a halfway house for the last year on an ankle monitor. And you've seen my videos and believed him when he said that I was paying him for promo.
Listen, I mean, you don't seem like you're too smart either because of this guy you picked, but yeah.
So you telling me there's a dating app for black professionals that focuses on healing from past traumas in an effort to build strong relationships in the black community in order to also build black wealth, and they want to facilitate 1 million marriages?
Dating is still going strong, but finding the right connection can be tough. A new app, Upfront, focuses on healing, mentorship, and emotional readiness, designed for marriage-minded black singles, and its founder, John Graham, is here this morning to talk all about it. John, good morning. It's nice to have you.
Thanks for having me, Terrell.
Yeah, so why the focus on just black people?
Man, we have the lowest marital rate in the country of any racial group. The challenge, though, is historically we have the highest marital rate in the country between 1866 and 1978. And so we're approaching this very much like a health crisis.
Yeah.
Right? When marriage impacts everything from household income to health outcomes, educational outcomes for children, and life expectancy, black folks are at the bottom of all 4.
Wow.
So our thesis was if we raise the marital rate, then we raise everything else and then restore community.
So what do you want single marriage-minded black folks to walk away with when they get on this app?
Yeah, first and foremost, to start with a healing journey.
Yeah.
Right. Get through the past childhood traumas, relationship traumas, environmental traumas before bringing that into relationship. Because ultimately, what we don't want is people bringing their brokenness to somebody else's brokenness.
Yeah.
And expecting a healing outcome.
Right.
So start with yourself. Make sure you're ready. And even if you don't find your person, at least we left you better than we found
you. There you go. Lots of dating apps are out there. What do you think makes this one different?
Yeah, so again, we start with healing. So it's a mandatory 30-day healing journey before you ever get introduced to connection. So that makes sure that, number one, you're ready. But then ultimately, we also have AI guides named Langston or Zora.
Oh, nice.
That are your companions through that healing process. And then once you get into the connection district, they're your wing persons, as it were, to help, work through the icebreakers, through what should I wear to this date. What did they really mean when they said X, Y, and Z, right? And they're learning you as well.
Yeah, so you want to get to 1 million marriages.
That's right.
So how do you get folks married, and how do you keep them married?
Well, the challenge is we don't control who says, will you marry me, nor do we control who says, I will.
Yeah.
What we are doing is removing as many barriers as possible to getting to those questions and answers. So again, the healing journey, matchmaking without swiping, right? So we're serving up algorithmic matches. We're creating community with mentorship, married mentors who've been married for 7+ years or more, to demystify marriage for those who are aspirational spouses.
I don't know if this is Black Mirror or not, but somebody said healing journey with AI, yikes. Somebody said finally an app with purpose. I hope they don't let others infiltrate this app when it does come out, because I despise how they have completely taken over black dating. We can't have anything. Somebody says finally. Somebody says what's the cause. Somebody said they're going to give apps a chance again. Somebody says sounds good until you factor in AI and learning in the same sentence. What these AI centers are doing to communities is medley, and is it worth our water and air? Listen, AI been taking over like gangbusters.
I moved to Dubai to become a porta potty. And if you don't know what that is, it's women who come to Dubai and get pooped on for $50,000.
Let me go back this okay, because life been shitting on me for free.
Girl.
The parents that are watching, you need to pay attention to your children. Now, you'll see in all of the affidavits, or even in the reports, you're going to see the amount of apps that are out there on the internet that gives them access. The criminals gives the criminals access to your children. To put it in perspective, these vile individuals right here, they showed up with condoms, cocaine, alcohol, and many other drugs for a child. Now keep in mind, this was targeting 13 to 15-year-old children. 13 to 15-year-old children. Every one of them knew that they were making an arrangement to meet with a child. Here's a bigger message to parents. Look at the pictures. You see some in pink, and you see some in blue. Pink represents the ones that were wanting to meet a female, and the ones in blue are the ones wanting to meet a male. So the parents out there that have only boys, do not think and do not believe that your sons are not victims in these cases. Do not think that they're not vulnerable for this to occur to.
Y'all gotta watch y'all kids on these apps. It's getting out of control.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm just giving a little update, letting you guys know that I'm okay. And also, as you see, I'm still at work, and this is how my vehicle look when I'm delivering mail packages, which you guys did not see that in the video because I was actually off the clock again, waiting for my boyfriend to pick the kids up. Like I said, I've been on my job 10 years. I'm not finna jeopardize my job. In that video, you not see me walk down the street with my mail bag, putting mail in a mailbox. You did not see me get in my vehicle, driving off. You didn't even see my vehicle move. But again, you guys are entitled to your own opinion. Like I said, I just got to get through this. August 15th is my court date, and I'm going to fight through this. I got this. I just got to, remain positive, remain calm, because I'm not trying to go into a deep depression. This is a lot, but this right here is only gonna make me stronger.
So thank you guys for your support. And yeah, a lot of people was asking me, do I still got my oldest? I do. I still got my 13-year-old because she wasn't included in the order of protection, but I still do have her. So, again, thank you guys for your support.
Yeah, her baby daddy did her foul, but I feel like she gonna get through this. It's really, really messed up when you play games with your kids like that. Alright, y'all, my algorithm was really crazy today, but that's kind of how the cookie crumbled. Y'all stay blessed. Inspiration's on the way. I'll holla.
Point number 2, this was a revelation that just rocked me. I didn't even see that this wedding was really more about transformation and intercession. I never saw this before. How did Mary know that they ran out of wine? And then this is the thing, she prayed about it. Y'all missed it. They ran out of wine and she told Jesus. What is prayer? Talking to Jesus. They ran out of wine and she told Jesus about it. They're running out of joy, so she started praying for them. They're running out of joy in their home. I need to pray for them. Not gossip about them and take it to the shade room. I see that their joy is running out. I'm going to take it to Jesus. And this is the perplexing thing. When she took it to Jesus, Jesus almost seems as though he's like rejecting her request. He says, woman, what does it have to do with me? For my hour has not yet come. Hour has not yet come. Y'all remember last week we talked about appointed time? For Jesus to say that my hour has not yet come reminds me we serve a God who lives on a schedule. There's an hour for you. There's an appointed time for you. There's something I have for you. It's not delayed, it's just not time. And y'all, this is what made me laugh when I had to call my mama in the middle of sermon prep. Mary said, whatever he tells y'all to do, you do it. Mary, he never said I'm going to do it. But she was like, I know that I serve a God that perfects all that concern me. I don't know how he going to do this. I don't know what he going to do, but he going to do something. I don't know what we're going to do about this, because in Jewish times, you running out of running out of wine at a wedding, that was a disgrace. And she was like, listen, whatever he tells y'all to do, y'all just do it. That also shows me many times the miracle is married to you following instructions. Kingdom principles. Kingdom principles, instructions. The water never would have turned to wine if they didn't listen to Mary's instruction. And then I'm like, but hold on. Jesus said, they don't have no concern to me. But why did he do it anyway? Why did he do it anyway? And it brought so much comfort to my heart. It showed me that God's like, that don't even matter to me. But you matter to me. Please get this. This is not even my wedding. I was just invited. That doesn't even matter to me. But you matter to me. And since you matter to me, I'm going to intervene. Listen, y'all, I see literally intercession leads to intervention. It don't matter to me, Mary, but you matter to me, Mary. And since you matter to me, I'm going to step in. Whatever you talking about, I prayed for a parking spot, y'all. I'm serious. It's pouring rain. I got my children in the back. Man, I hope there's a parking spot. And as soon as I go around for the 5th time, somebody pull out all up front. Pull out from, I'm like, okay, God, I'm not going to just say, oh, that just happened. I really do believe God's like, I don't care where you park, but I care who's about to park. And since I care about who's about to park, I'm going to intervene for your behalf. I don't care about that, but I care about you. Is there anybody grateful that God cares about you so much? I don't care about your social media. I don't care about that, but I care about you. And if it's concerning to you, it becomes concerning to me. She literally had intercession. She took the problem to the king, and the king intervened. Who are you praying for?
In the fight against Alzheimer's now matters. Because now we have treatments, but now is...
Who are you praying for? You're seeing in this Kenyan calendar that her taken. I don't even know how she found out. I was reading all type. I'm looking, okay, what was the time? Who is... I don't know how she heard about it. But somehow she heard they don't have no more joy, Jesus. This is your responsibility to provide that. And some of us have been going to people to provide you with joy. More money, if I have a raise, I'll have joy. It's in Jesus. So Father, in this moment, I pray that this word that we heard doesn't leave our heart. Let it not be a flash fire word. Set us on fire for just the 90-minute or so service that we have every Sunday. But then as soon as we leave here, our joy is tested. I guarantee that when we walk in the parking lot, when we get in the car, traffic as we leave church, something is going to attempt to rob us of our joy. But I pray that this will be branded on the mind of your people, that joy is fullness of heart, knowing and believing that God got me. Forgive me, God, for placing your responsibility on my job, on my children, on my spouse, on other things. And help me, Father, maybe for the first time for some of us, help me get to a place to where I recognize true, fulfilling, lifelong lasting joy is found in you. And lastly, God, we thank you for all the times you intervened, stepped in, even when it was nothing important, but we are important to you. We love you and we honor you. Thank you that you're going to give us joy. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.